I would like to show you some interesting things which could be done with button states in Adalo. Button states is a new feature for buttons, relatively new. So now you may remember before we have a button with text, icon, with click actions, and with different edit styles, with visual styling. Now there are two additional toggles here, which represent additional state for the button. So how, brief introduction how it works. When you are enabling the additional state, you can see that you can name it state, for example, demo. And there is a condition when this state will show. For example, now let me add the input box, and it could be a text input, it could be a Boolean property. This state, for example, is going to be shown when the input is equal to 100. And you can also put a different text on the button, state 1. You can put an icon, for example, this one. And of course, the actions could be different. So for the state, let's do for the initial state, we will link to modal 1. And for the demo 1 state, we link to modal 2. And the way it works, let me reload. Okay, so here modal 1 success. If I put 100, you see the button has changed, and you link to the link is going to another modal. And the same, it's very similar. We have another state, state 2. We can also set it up conditionally. State is shown when, for example, let it be other components, input 4 is equal to 200. And we will show state 2. And moreover, we can set up the styles for buttons for each state. So now we have two states. And if we reload, okay, state 1, hello, state 2. Okay, now let's do some interesting things which these states allow us to do. First of all, there you may remember that in Adalo it might be complicated to do the validation when there are multiple inputs. For example, we have input 4 and input 5, and let's put, for example, first name, and here we need to put last name. And our goal will be that we don't want to go anywhere to the modal unless both of these inputs are filled in. So okay, so then let's do this is how can we implement it. The state, main state will link to the modal 1, as main state does not have any condition. This is how we set it up. So let's set up two states. This state will be active is input 4 is equal to empty. So here we can set up, again, we have proceed here. The text will be, the text will be proceed. We remove the action, and I'm going to adjust the styles. So it will be an outline button, and the button color will be light gray, so to mimic that it's disabled. And there is no action on click. And the same, we are going to, similarly, we are going to set up the second state. So this state name will be input 5, and the comparison will be that other component input 5 is equal to empty. Text proceed, icon let's remove, and similarly we are going to set up the button to be an outlined button with the gray color to mimic that, to show that it's disabled. So again, we have two states for each inputs which are where the button is disabled, and the the default state when the button is enabled. So the logic, it's how it's gonna work. Let me, for the demo, put here proceed 1 and here proceed 2. So when input 5 is going to is equal to will be empty, it will be this state 2 will be active. So you see that if both additional states are true, if both for input 4 and input 5 are empty, then this state become active. Then we cannot proceed. If the last name is filled in and the first name is not filled in, then input 4 will be active, and the default state will be active only if both are not true. So let's test it. I'm going to reload. Okay, you can see we have proceed 2. When we enter something here, we have proceed 1. When we enter something here, we still have proceed 2. But when we enter input values in both inputs, the this default state is activated, and we can go to the default modal. So this is a first way to use interesting way to use states in buttons, so that kind of make forms easier. Another option, we can do something like make button kind of a toggle. So well, let's put some text here. Let's got it. And we have an additional state. For example, we are going to add the true-false property. Okay, let's imagine we are accepting prior privacy policy. And here put is accepted. And then we have two states. We have accepted, accept, this is a call to action, and let's edit this button, like make it outlined, and the additional state will show if logged in user is accepted is true, and let's remove the button, and the style will be like for default button. Now, in order to change the state, what we need to do for the default state, we are updating logged in user to set is accepted to true, and for the additional state, we on click action we update, well, unaccept, so link back. Revert the action. So now the way it's gonna work is the button which is going to change color based on when you tap or click on it. Accept, accepted. And of course, as we now can change the sizes and dimensions of the button, we could even make it, I don't know, something like this, with a hue, with a big rounding, and by the way, we could put rounding like this, and here also. So you see that buttons now have new functionality. I hope this was useful. Thank you.